awaits an offering. A candy-sweet scent wafts forth. The sussur bark infuses the weapon from within the flames. The flames sputter away. The sword is complete.
Sunset over Grey Harbour, fried fish at the docks.
Drunk young patriarchs naked in the fountains. Civilization.
These markings. Tirsu script scratched in the ground. A creche must be nested in the temple below. We must go there at once. Githyanki writing. Every word a wheel. Every letter is spoke. The most powerful texts are engraved in slate. Some so ancient, only the most erudite Gish can read them. You don't have to trust them, only to trust me. I have not failed you yet, and I have no intentions of it now. I don't need you to believe me for it to be true. Chuk. Very well. But promise me we will return before our chance is lost, else I make my way there alone. Lead on, then.
A friendly face. Oh, you are a sweet, sweet blessing, my dear. You know, I've had nothing but trouble all day. I've been accosted, chased, insulted. Look over there. Do you see that wretched little hive? Oh, it certainly looks that way. But inside, it is swarming with brutish, stupid, rude githyanki.
Brutish and rude by your wretched standards, but stupid. Kchoki.
Your charming companion would call it a creche. But it was built on what remained after the githyanki slaughtered all of the monks. I'd call it a murderous training camp.
Acutely observed on both counts.
Honestly, I was doing them a favor offering to buy one of their eggs. And how am I repaid? Attacked and run off like some transient. The Society of Brilliance asked me to acquire one of their roe so they can incubate it and, once it hatches, raise the spawn in their tradition.
Please, do enlighten me. What is this tradition?
The Society believes a githyanki raised in a peaceful, nurturing environment can overcome its violent nature. I'm sure your friend would agree. A githyanki is as likely to forsake its violent nature as a gnome is to fly. You've been sipping from the same goblet as the Society. Perhaps you'd be willing to help, then, to prove your point. They may have chased me away, but surely the Gith would welcome a person with such sympathetic views to their creche. And once inside, you could simply purloin an egg.
Steal one of Gith's own. I will slit your throat for even suggesting it.
I'm not talking to you. You'll be well compensated, of course. Just bring me an egg. Pity. You'd have become rather rich had you the proper sense. Should you change your mind, you know where to find me.
Well, shove off! Still, eagles are bigger. They just take. Nest, prey, everything. That's how it works here. Oh, sure, a nest. But it's not my nest. That's up on the roof with the eagles. Eagles are pricks. Some poor little tit who wasn't paying attention. Exactly right. Not all humans can grasp bird ethics. You should be proud. It's not even like the eagles need my nest. The drunk lizards they eat aren't hard to catch.
While quite vague, drunk lizards could well point to kobolds, who tend to operate in packs.
You? Kill an eagle? But if you think you can, then please, please kill the eagles. They're the worst. Thank you. I'll keep an eye on the roof. Rude bastards, those eagles. Deserve a little comeuppance.
Sure of the greeting we'll find at this creche of yours.
Of course I'll be welcomed. And if you behave, you may keep your head too.
I can count on you to vouch for me, I hope.
Don't worry. You're more useful to me alive.
That's enough. On your feet.
Where are you taking us?
If this is about that weapon your friend was talking about, we don't have it and we don't know shit about it.
Silence! Move!
No. No, I'm not going in there. I won't.
Anyone want to join her? As I thought. Through the doors. Now! The captain is expecting you.
Forward, carefully. These cultists have the creche on high alert.
But the Dawn Lord certainly knows how to make space for new life. Could be a good thing.
Uncertainty.
Your curiosity is getting the better of you. Do not let it. Stay away from the gitьянки. They're hunting you. They want the artifact. They'll stop at nothing to take it from you.
Monastery's notable keepers adorn these intricate panels. Lathendarian monasteries of this size were usually overseen by Dawn Masters, esteemed members of the clergy. The reconsecration of the monastery, conducted by Dawn Master Seed. Evensong before the Zenith Day, celebrated by Dawn Master Stockhold. Dawn Master Welkin Glory beckons forth the rising sun in Lathander's name. Dawn Master Vasaid wielding... The rest of the inscription and picture has shattered away.
Intruder! In my nest! This area was meant to be safe! Xavier, get behind Mummy! Fine. Xavier! Xavier! Don't talk to it! It might have germs.
Actually venturing into a Gith stronghold again, voluntarily. This had better pay off. I've seen them at work before. I wasn't alone in my mission. All those who were sent with me were slain by gitьянки blades. They must want that artifact back badly if they're dispatching red dragons in pursuit of it. But we cannot afford to lose it. I wish I'd never been sent on this mission. You'll have to live with that curiosity for now, I'm afraid. Let's just concentrate on ridding ourselves of these tadpoles. All will be revealed in due time, I hope.
Entries to arms! Istik, state your purpose quickly.
Stand down, Gish. Is it not Vlaakith's command to welcome her faithful?
I expected no visitors, faithful or otherwise. Why have you come?
We seek the Zaithisk. Show me the way.
You are infected. A gate thrall is something to eradicate, not reason with.
The faithful may be purified. This is Vlaakith's protocol.
Fine. Let the Gustil carry out your fate. Report to the infirmary at once. And step carefully. Kreshia watches you.
Is enlightening. My own Kresh, Kalir, is remote and sunless, cloaked in the silence of wild space. My Savage would find this one altogether too genial.
Honestly, I don't love walking into a den of killer Gith warriors. Especially not with the you-know-what's still wriggling in our heads. The Gith probably think decapitation is a perfectly reasonable cure.
If this plays other aspects of gitьянки culture, we'll be in for an interesting time to say the least.
Real gitьянки Kresh. Few outsiders learn the secrets of such places. Fewer still live to share their observations. A keen eye and a quiet tongue may serve us well here.
All my time roaming the frontiers, and I'd seen neither hair nor hide of a gitьянки. To think, this Kresh was nestled in the valley, a day's trot away.
Feels like we're walking into a trap.
What if they don't find the weapon? Do we even know it? An Istik? But you can't be here. I can't be seen with you. That's your cry.
Quanirel, the Inquisition had more to worry about than who you talked to in the corridors.
Our Queen's eyes and ears. They're her will incarnate, and right now, they're here.
You think we're scared of your threats? They're nothing compared to the Inquisitor's wrath.
If you want to know more, speak to the Githrak, but don't tell her we sent you.
We? Don't bring me into it. I know when to keep my mouth shut.
Walk freely. This place is as tight as a patriarch's purse.
We should have been disarmed on entry. I'm pleased we weren't, but it's strange.
No doubt they found me too intimidating.
Shocky! Why do you keep hesitating? My instructions were clear.
Because they don't make sense. Killing each other like this. It's stupid. Orpheus...
Silence! It seems your childish prattling is attracting an audience. You fight again. This time, daggers only. And to the death, as instructed. Who wants to challenge this sniveling Istark? I suppose your inane spewings have distracted enough from my lesson. Go wet the swords. I want them sharp enough to peel a Gake's eyeball just by looking at them. I hope you prove as weak as this should we meet on the battlefield, Istik.
That was amazing. I've never seen someone talk the Savage down from a rage like that. He's always telling us how we have to be ruthless, that death is the only mercy we deliver. But you showed compassion and kindness. You're just like... Never mind. I speak of Orpheus, the true prince. He's so strong and wise, and he rides a comet. A comet! We're forbidden to talk about him. They say Vlaakith knows if you even think his name. I found his book. Part of it anyway. I read it all the time. He's unbelievable. What is it? Is this another part of the book?
Are you mad? This legend is a heresy to my queen. Merely uttering his name is enough to tempt a violent fate.
These words. There's so much more to know about him. I can't believe it. Please, let me give you the fragment I have. Thank you, Rastil. Razerai ka tavkin crushed.
Scout the crash. The purifier, the safest, will be in the infirmary.
Your mind connects with Lae'zel's, and together you envision the githyanki disc.
Another part of the Orpheus tale. This one has been translated to Common. Fine. The Prince of the Comet, Part 2. The Prince of the Comet, Orpheus himself, led his honor guard into battle. Their red dragons bellowed with righteous anger, and the heavens erupted. The glorious prince cried to all who could hear him, "Praise be to my mother Gith, the queen of the one sky, sacrificed to the hells by the renegade Vlaakith." But the true heir, the Prince of the Comet, could not overcome Vlaakith's knights and their ill-gotten worms. Mighty Voss, Gestil Kithrak, lit the astral sky aflame. When the ash had cleared, beloved Orpheus was gone. True heir, glorious prince, there's no greater crime than to exalt the pretender called Orpheus. My own Savage would never have threatened a youngling. A waste of time and energy. The pupils themselves culled the weak from their ranks. I myself felled 4 of my own classmates once Kalir had 100 times circled Tyrell. Survival. My people have no use for cowards. Every trainee that I slayed was either too weak to withstand the lessons, or was cocky enough to pick a fight they could never win. They underestimated me, so they paid the price. The Githyanki are only as powerful as their weakest warrior. Jaquith de Venzir, the termination of the frail, strengthens us.
Imposing portrait depicts a powerful Githyanki warrior, undeniably regal in her mien.
Vlaakith herself. She is both the sun that blinds us and the void that contains us. Praise be.
In the corner of the painting is a small symbol you can't quite place. As hard as you rack your brain, the symbol doesn't look like anything you've seen before. This Githyanki looks different from the others you've seen here. The way her stark white skin stretches over her sharp features gives her a distinctly otherworldly aspect.
You can tell Kithrak Therazin that my position has not changed. The egg requires more time. Furthermore... I was not expecting an istik. What brings you to my hatchery? Someone with orders from our commander to destroy this egg. Almost all of the eggs in his clutch have hatched. We await only one more, which is taking its time.
Failure at the first hurdle of existence. Most caretakers would crush it and be done.
Most caretakers would not give the child its fair chance. But I shall. There could be greatness in that shell.
You note that the hope in his voice is tinged with weariness. It's the voice of a man who's fought the inevitable for a long time.
Not all that arrive late are weak. I created this entire hatchery, despite being the last of my clutch to hatch. They almost drowned me in the hatching pool, if it wasn't for the vash of my clutch. This one deserves the same chance. You? What do you know about Githyanki child rearing? Still, the captain's due for an inspection any day now. And if she sees it here... Tell me, what will you do with it if I entrust it to you? That's what I feared. Still, I'm sure its nature will pervade, even if raised among lesser species. I can no longer ignore that Kithrak Therazin's patience has its limits. Very well. Here. Take these. They will aid your approach to the egg.
A green egg with an uneven shell. You can see a vague outline of something within it. The egg is warm to the touch, the rough shell like slate beneath your fingers. Whatever is within is stirring ever so slightly.
Kalir's clutch held 3 dozen eggs, more or less. Though I've learned of creches that harbored 100. Humanoid. How I despise the term. Githyanki are quite superior to humans. Our biology slates state that Githyanki came to lay eggs after we escaped Illithid enslavement and took to the astral plane. It's an asexual process, a favorable change by any estimation. Hideous to imagine a life where I couldn't partake in the pleasures of sex without the looming threat of bearing children. Shukiani. Githyanki chosen by Vlaakith herself to bear young. The Queen assigns when and where they must lay, and how many eggs they must bear. The Shukiani pass their eggs in the material plane. In the astral, time barely passes. It is a meticulous process, carefully timed so that the eggs hatch at once. Go on then.
Vertical incision from pineal eye to end of notochord. Intestinal coloration consistent with samples 231 to 259. Do you have a question? Or are you just going to stand there gawking?
I am a child of Gith, not discarded rat flesh. Am I not due your respect?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. Let the istic with you speak, and I will decide what respect you're owed. Lae'zel, is it? Fine. And be quick. My work is of vital import.
We carry Geich tadpoles and have done so for countless days, yet we show no symptoms. We must enter the Zaithsk.
You are infected, but showing no signs of cerebral impairment. Fascinating. Either your tadpole is special, or you are. We must find out which. Go to the Zaithsk. I will ensure you are cured. The apparatus at the top of those stairs. Quickly now. Time is of the essence. Even Githyanki rarely...
The device is strange. Made of taut flesh and pockmarked metal. It waits for something.
The Zaithsk. Vlaakith's purity distilled. My duty. My right.
The device is an ingenious synthesis of Illithid anatomy and metal alloys. It hums with psionic energy, hinting at paths into unknown minds and unseen planes.
Stand aside! My time has come. Praise Vlaakith. Let it be done.
Sit, child. Let the Zaithsk end your suffering. You must focus on the parasite at all times. The Zaithsk will do the rest.
An unseen blade cleaves your mind in two. Impossible pain sears your bones and body in concert with Lae'zel's. The Zaithsk's psionic forces batter Lae'zel's thoughts. There is no chance she will survive this unscathed.
Yes, child. Speak the Talakit. Meditate on its verses.
You feel Lae'zel's mind rip and rupture. Is this purification? Is this the cure?
The cure! Vlaakit mazathog iskazae!
You share in Lae'zel's agony. Every cell within her skull bursts into a constellation of fragments, sorted and reassembled. Lae'zel will die if she remains.
Yes, child. Jamar, Zala, Vlaakit, call to your queen!
My queen! Hear me!
That thing looks set to kill her!
Your vision narrows. You sense myriad spectres of Githyanki past. This is their fate. This is their anguish. The pain is too great. The visions flicker, refuse to come into focus.
Yes! Yes! Relieve me, Vlaakit! Lashikla! Lashikla! Lashikla!
Yes, child. Fate's her will.
Your marrow quakes within your bones. Behind the pain, a new sensation rises. Power.
Remove her!
The device is too powerful. You hold no sway over it.
Enough!
Damn it all! The parasite! I still feel it! I am Githyanki! I will not be gay!
My life's work gone. And yet she lives. And so does her parasite.
Her voice cuts with a fanatical edge, an obsession bordering on mania. If there's a chance the parasite lives, she wants it.
You're lying. You're protecting it. I knew it. The parasite's influence has grown. It has changed her, changed you. We must extract it as soon as possible. Wait here. I will gather my tools.
I followed protocol. I kept to my faith. Yet the Zaithisk might have killed me. The Gustil tampered with it. Traitor. And there may be more still. This must be why the Inquisitors come. There was nothing to be done. The Gustil corrupted the machine. It must be so. Now hurry. We must go to the Chirai and inform him of the Doctor's sedition.
I'm not surprised that the Gith's insane device didn't remove our tadpoles. I'm just disappointed.
Not the resounding success we were hoping for. Still, the price of ambition is occasionally catastrophic failure. At least our skulls remain intact.
Another dead end. If the tadpole doesn't kill us, trying to cure it just might.
So, the Githyanki have no cure for our condition. Unless you count death as a cure. I won't pretend to be surprised.
Menacing Githyanki machine and its jagged pincers held no cure at all. Who could have thought?
The Inquisitor at the crash. The Zaithisk's failure must be reported.
Please, Chitrai, I can explain. The latest batch of cultists knew nothing of the astral prism. They were just trying to find Moonrise. They all head there. My Gish have drafted plans to assault the tower. They are ready to fight, Chitrai. We could sift the missing artifact from the tower's ashes if you would give us...
Quiet. Find the astral prism, Therazin. My patience falters.
Yes, Chitrai. You heard him! Go!
Do as she says. She remains your Kithrak. For now.
I hate wolves.
I didn't realize you were frightened of wolves, Shadowheart.
I suppose you've noticed I'm not terribly fond of wolves. I've always been terrified of them, ever since I was a child. I showed you my memory of when I was lost in the woods. It can hardly come as a surprise. The Mother Superior wasn't above using it against me. If I disobeyed, sometimes instead of a whipping, she'd threaten to drag me to a wolf den. Never failed to bring me back in line. Why is it always the bad memories I can still recall? In any case, I'll be keen to avoid them. You're unlike the Mother Superior, then. Maybe that's what I like about you. You're different.
An Istik in my creche. You are one of the mercenaries sent to bring the weapon.
The Istik is with me, honored Kithrak.
So noted. But my question goes unanswered. Do you bring the weapon?
Don't tell her anything.
She speaks the truth, Kithrak.
A Sharlak? Among us? Whom would you accuse? Vague allegations and undue demands. A poor introduction for an unproven Istik. The very same said to hold the weapon we seek. Shema Zala Vlaakith. Give it to me!
No!
Yes. There it is. Exactly as described. The Inquisition will finally come to an end. Ah! Trickery? Heresy? How did you... You manipulate it when I cannot? You are forbidden to leave. Report to the Inquisitor at once. Deliver the prism. Do not try to leave, or it will be your death. No? Then I will take it from your corpse!
Who would be... Oh, it is you. Make haste. We have business to conduct. My Arden spoke of one of our kin that escaped a crashing Geik slave vessel.
Chitrai. Vlaakith's justice in flesh.
You have accomplished much, child. I am pleased to finally meet you. I heard there is so much goblin blood on your hands that it soaks their children's nightmares. To business. I suspect you plucked something precious from the Geik ship. Something that belongs to us. The weapon. Give it to me.
Don't do it. The weapon is how I protect you.
Do it. Do not disobey the Inquisitor.
Some of your species say knowledge is power. They are wrong. Knowledge is everything. We took an interest in you when you became involved with this absolute cult. A pestilence of infected slaves, the first symptom of the Grand Design in action. But you are lucky. That weapon you carry is the solution. I have heard it from Queen Vlaakith herself. Hand it over. The Grand Design is what all Geik seek. The restoration of the Illithid Empire, which spanned the entirety of the multiverse. For centuries, their elder brains sought to bring back their dominion. Every plot they hatched, we stopped. But now they are close to succeeding. Never before could they pause ceremorphosis. Never before could they let the infections spread undetected. You saw the thralls gathered on the Geik ship. Imagine that, everywhere. Wants, needs, choice, all would cease to be. Everything rendered unto the Geik. So, the weapon. Please.
Don't give it to him.
Do not try me. Hand over the artifact or die by my hand. The Sathisk. I hate that you speak the truth. Choose. Your path is mine to follow. Our fate is forged. Mother Gith, guide us.
Your illustrious adventure ends here. Hetazith!
Inquisitor Wargaz was potent. We are impressed.
My queen. Skathai.
You are permitted to look upon me. You are invited to kneel.
The Deathless Queen has spoken. You will obey.
Who am I? I am Vlaakith, undying queen of the noble Githyanki, God Regent of the Six Arms of Tunnarath! Your choice of allies is most vexing. They do not become you, Lae'zel.
Shma Zalha Vlaakith. You know me.
Erlon of Kalir speaks most highly, as did Alchaya before. You seek purity. I may yet grant it. Istik, you bear that which is ours. But are you friend, or are you thief? No! It is not yours! To own something is to know it. That weapon you carry, the astral prism, it is corrupted.
I will cleanse it for you, my queen. Tell me how.
There is someone inside. Their mind is warped, broken, a blight. They are an agent of the Grand Design, sent to sabotage the astral prism. Our last defense against the return of the Illithid Empire. As long as they live, the prison is compromised. Kill them! Do this, and I will cleanse you and your allies. Do this, and ascend! Ascend!
Ascension. My queen. An honor gained. A burden borne. Choose. But know this. The cost of refusal is great.
Not merely great, Lae'zel. Eternal. Perhaps I misheard. You would not speak ill of a god, would you?
Do not test her. She will be our ruin.
Blaspheming tongue! You wish to see godhood? Wish you to Obey, my child, and be forgiven. Use the Planecaster's power to enter the artifact. Be wary of the creature's lying tongue. Cut it out if you must. You will not leave this room until it is done.
Barna's in. Our each step with purpose. The Undying Queen has spoken. Insert the artifact into the Cresh's Planecaster. We will kill the threat inside, and I will have Vlaakith's eternal regard. She will cleanse me. She will ascend me.
Well, this is exciting. It's not every day you get to speak to a god queen, much less be bossed around by one.
My orders were to keep the artifact safe, not pry into it. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious as to what exactly it's hiding.
Heat pulses out of the astral prism as it begins to flower. Your mind burns hot with excitement. A timeless space, bounded, compressed in a fold. A pocket of astral plane.
Boundless. Timeless. Like every dream that ever was stitched together. It is home.
You are the one in charge, aren't you? Come in. Suit yourself. But only the leader of your group is coming in. I will not allow anyone else.
Oh, don't look at me. That is all yours.
Sing you. I told you to stay away from the gitьянки. But you just couldn't help yourself. Could you? And now, you've come here to murder me. I told you I stole the artifact from someone. Well, I stole it from Vlaakith. Since then, she has become desperate. Vlaakith wants me dead because I know her secret. It is a secret so great that if her people ever found out, that would be the end of her rule. The end of her. That same secret is how I've been protecting you from the Absolute. I can hear your thoughts. You think I'm lying. Vlaakith warned you that I would try to deceive you, but consider this. What reason have I to deceive you? I want the same thing as you. Freedom. I'm on your side. I have been since the very beginning. I told you I'd protect you, that I saved you, that I'm just like you. If this was not enough to convince you, what more is there to say? It seems I was right to put my faith in you after all. Thank you. Vlaakith will be furious. To make no mention of your githyanki companion. The Lich Queen fears nothing more than the loss of her empire. The knowledge I have of her deception will bring that about. Vlaakith is lying to the Githyanki. They believe she knows how their beloved Mother Gith defeated the Mind Flayer Empire, but she does not. If the Illithids would ever rise to power again, she would be incapable of stopping them. And if her people found out about her impotence, there would be mutiny, revolution, the end of her rule. But that very power, the power to resist Illithid control, which Vlaakith only pretends to know, is how I've been protecting you. I suppose she hoped to extract it from my corpse. Since you spared me that fate, she will come for you. I did warn you not to come here, but that curious streak of yours has brought us this far. I believe you'll overcome this too. I have delayed long enough. The next attack is overdue, and I can't risk you being caught in the middle of it. I need you out there, searching for the Absolute. You are on the right path, to Moonrise Towers. Return to it. I hope you are ready to face Vlaakith's wrath. The entire Kresh stands ready to kill you in her name. Good luck.
Speak. Have you killed my queen's enemy? Vlaakith does not lie to her faithful. Open your mind. Show me.
Your mind tingles. Lozel seeks entrance. Your thoughts become one. She sees the truth of your confrontation in an instant.
Vlaakith Tafkinazin. I see only madness. Vlaakith bears the full might of Tunarath's arms, and the covenant of the great Mother Gith. Skvar! We are leaving this place, now!
Now leave, before the others come for us.
We must have questions. She tests me. A trial of faith. Kalir prepared me. Only the heaviest souls soar to the astral. Yes. Yes. I might gain Vlaakith's favor yet. Silence!
I must think.
All I wanted was to get a worm out of my head. I didn't sign up for dimensional travel and murderous gith.
I think we've overstayed our welcome in this place. If we ever truly had one to begin with. We should leave.
We have a lot to think about. Let's do it far away from this place.
Let's dash for the exit, lest we suffer the full extent of Vlaakith's fury.
I think we taught that Inquisitor a very valuable lesson. Won't be ambushing anyone else in a hurry, or doing anything else, for that matter.
Ornate mace hovers before you, suspended in a shaft of brilliant light. A fist-sized piece of amber flecked with crimson is set in the handle, emitting a radiance all its own. This mace certainly has a very unusual design. You recall all the measures meant to keep you from reaching this place. Taking this mace would surely lead to something quite disastrous. Everything is in motion. All within these walls are doomed to destruction unless you act.
Vlaakith's most loyal servant. She will not abandon me.
Didn't level the monastery with that sun cannon, but... Oh, come on! You can't say you weren't a little curious to see what would happen. Fair. Rude, but fair.
That creche would be a smoking ruin if it wasn't for us. Still, better move along. I don't want to test the limits of githyanki gratitude.
For that. Can't say I was enamored with the thought of spending my final moments buried under 1,000 tons of limestone.
Ooh, thought this place was going to blow. We'll live to fight another day.
Too close for comfort. But thanks to some quick thinking, the githyanki creche is still standing.
Glorious! Feathers bloody everywhere, mate! Feels good to be home in my nest. I'm sorry. I'm just a bird. I don't have things to give you. Although, when I escaped the eagles, I spotted something buried near that ferry dock. Might be worth a look.
Mountains. Shame we can procure some pack mules or horses.
Horses? Perish the thought. Those ill-tempered beasts are prone to biting.
Well, so are you, but we keep you around, don't we?
And I'm not offering any rides, if that's what you're thinking.